According to syllabus, under the principles of plant science, we are going to start new topic, that is cell organelles, mitochondria and chloroplast. First of all, we are going to study these cell organelles under following subheadings. First of all, position, structure and function. Firstly, mitochondria, structure of mitochondria. These mitochondria are the filamentous organelles which are present in aerobic cells of the higher animal as well as in a plant. It also present in a certain algae, fungi and protozoa. These mitochondria plays important role in breaking the nutrients and generating the energy rich molecule for the cells. Many biochemical reactions are involved in these mitochondria, and this mitochondria is helpful for the respiration purposes. The chloroplast remain distributed in the homogeneously in the cytoplasm of the plant cell. The chloroplast perform a photosynthesis actively, and by the process of photosynthesis, entire energy is further utilized by the living organism for their metabolic activities. Now we are going to study these mitochondria position, structure and function. Basically, these mitochondria are present in a cytoplasm of the cells. This is the position of mitochondria. Now, structural features of the mitochondria. Mitochondrial is divided into three main parts. One is the mitochondrial membrane, another one is the matrix, and third one is the mitochondrial substances. These are the three different parts of the mitochondria. Now, one by one, we are going to complete these three parts. Firstly, structure mitochondrial membrane. The mitochondria consist with the outer soft and inner folded membrane, and each membrane is 60 to 70 angstrom unit in thickness, whereas there is a space in between these two membranes, and that space is called as inner membrane, or it is also known as primordial space, The space is variable investigation that increase the surface of the membrane, and that holds proteins involved in the ETS cycle. Now, second part of the mitochondria is the matrix. Matrix is present in a component. See in figure. Here we observe the matrix, and that matrix present in a inner compartment, and it contains dense proteinous material which is composed of line of granules, lipids, proteins, DNA, 70S ribosome and tRNA molecules. The enzyme of Krebs cycle are also present in it, and there are 1:6 mitochondrial DNA molecules in the single mitochondria. Third part, that is mitochondrial subunit. The stalked particle on the inner surface of the inner membrane, and that is known as subunit of, or it is also known as predecessor moron or elementary particles. And these elementary particles, each elementary particle consists with three parts. See in figure. First one is the polyhedral rounded head, which is having a diameter about 75 to 80 in diameter, and second part is the stalk-like position at the rounded portion is called as head, and that head is having a stalk-like structure, and that is called as stalk, and that stalk is about 30 to 35 angstrom unit in diameter and 45 to 15 angstrom unit in a length. At the basal region there is a base, and that base is having a width about 30 to 40 unit angstrom. Next point is the function of the mitochondria. Mitochondria is generates energy, and so mitochondria is called as powerhouse of the cell. In exam question may be asked like this: why mitochondria is called as powerhouse of cell? Because this mitochondria is helpful for generating the energy, and hence this mitochondria is called as powerhouse of the cell. Second function, mitochondria produces the ATP molecule through the process of cellular respiration. In Krebs cycle, we observed that this mitochondria produces ATP molecules through the process of cellular respiration. Third function, this mitochondria plays a vital role in a lipid metabolism. During the process of metabolism, lipid metabolism, this mitochondria plays a vital role. Fourth function, these mitochondria help to maintain the proper concentration of calcium ions within the cell compartments. Now, fifth function, this mitochondria plays important role in an extracellular entrance. Sixth function, these mitochondria have ability to regulate the cell metabolism. And last function, these mitochondria, the enzymes is essential for oxidative determination of amino acid are present in mitochondria. All these are the functions of the mitochondria. Now, second cell organelles, that is chloroplast. The word chloroplast is a Greek word. Chloros means green and plast means form. When we see the structure of a leaf, in a mesophyll tissues of the leaf, these chloroplasts are generally present. Means position of the chloroplast is based mainly in a mesophyll tissues of the leaves. It has a chlorophyll and which functions tapering the solar energy, and which is used is a synthesis of the food for all green plant. You know that during the process of photosynthesis, plant absorb solar energy, and whatever amount of solar energy which is trapped on this chloroplast, that get convert into the food energy, and during the process of photosynthesis, and hence for that the process of photosynthesis is occur in a chloroplast. The shape of the chloroplast may be spherical, oval, or discoidal in shape. Shape may be varies from plant to plant. It may be spherical, oval, or discoidal in shape. The shape of the chloroplast may be star shape in nature. Generally, the chloroplast measure 2 to 3 unit in thickness, or it may be 5 to 10 units in thickness long also. The number of chloroplast may be 20 to 40 per cell in a higher plant. This is the information about the chloroplast. Now, structure of the chloroplast. See in figure, the chloroplast consisting three components. One is the envelope, then second one is the stroma, and third one is the grana. Now concentrate on envelope firstly. Envelope, as the name indicates, envelope, the entire chloroplast is bounded by the envelope, and which is made up of double membrane. The envelope is made up of with the double membrane, and each membrane is about 40 to 60 angstrom unit in thickness. And there is a space in between inner and outer membrane, and that space is called as primordial space or intermembrane space. And this space is helpful for exchange of material between chloroplast and cytoplasm. Stroma, the space within the inner membrane is filled with the watery proteinous substance called as stroma. See in figure, there is a stroma, and that stroma is a space of inner membrane and which is filled with watery proteinous substance called as stroma. The chloroplast DNA, 70S ribosome, starch grain and protein are present in a stroma. Means we can say that stroma consists with 70S ribosome, starch grain and proteinous substances. The stroma carries a machinery which is necessary for CO2 fixation. Now, third major part of the chloroplast, that is grana. The stroma contain small cylindrical structure and that is known as grana. The size of grana may be ranges from 0.3 to 1.7 unit in meter and in various species. Each granum consists of disc-like membranous space, and that is known as thylakoid. These thylakoid are arranged just like piles of the coin. Piles of the coin. नाणे असे एकावर एक रचल्यासारखं ते दिसतंय. These thylakoids are arranged just like piles of coins. The grana are interconnected by the network of the antamazine tubules and that is known as stroma lamellae. The thylakoid membrane contains the entire enzymatic component which is essential for the photosynthesis. The contosomes are defined as a morphological unit capable for the absorbing the quantum of the energy. Each contosome carries 230 chlorophyll and 48 carotenoid molecule as the chief components. Besides, many other protein and lipid molecule all essential for the harvesting light energy and for the photophosphorylation. Now, next point, that is function of these chloroplast. First, chloroplast is useful for the synthesis of food by the process of photosynthesis. Second function, this chloroplast structure causes absorption of light energy and that energy get converted into the biological activity. Third function, production of NADPH and evolution of oxygen through the process of photosynthesis of water. Fourth function, this chloroplast produce ATP by the photophosphorylation. And fifth function, the chloroplast is useful for conversion of PGA into different sugar and store as a starch. And last function, this chloroplast is helpful in a higher plant. It is helpful the process of coil of DNA in their stroma and hence it is responsible for the cytoplasm of extra nucleic intelligence. Thank you.